Yo, what's going on, everyone? Back again, this time with part 12, the finale. So, this video is going to go a little different. I had some technical difficulties when I was recording the gameplay, so there was no in-game audio. So, the way this is going to work is I'm just going to talk over my gameplay. Probably just show you guys like the last bits of Arthur's story. I want to talk about my future plans for this channel and also just discuss what really happens at the end of Arthur's story. I was really excited to show you guys, but stuff happens. I didn't pay attention when I was recording. Yeah, anyways. So now that I finished pretty much most of the game, I decided that I'm going to do a review on it. I have a lot of thoughts about this game that I want to get out there. Just in case somebody stumbles across my review, I usually look for other gamers' advice on video games, so I like to look on YouTube and maybe not take the advice from big gaming outlets. Most of the time I just want to see what another gamer thought of the game. It's also one thing I've always wanted to do is put my review out there for a video game, because I watch a lot of reviews for a lot of games, even games I don't play. It just always interested me. So look forward to that being my next video, just a review on the game. I was also thinking of doing a highlights video for this Let's Play, but I decided for this one I'm just gonna have some of my footage in the background while I just talk about my review. But for sure, for the next Let's Plays I do, I'm gonna be a little more organized so I can produce a highlights video. I feel like it would be fun to see the good moments of the games or the funny parts. As for the future of my channel, well, pretty much I want to do more Let's Plays. I want to see how this goes, but I also want to do reviews, maybe talk about gaming news. I was thinking too, but for now I feel like I'll just stick to Let's Plays. I have a couple games that I've had in mind that I've been wanting to play. I kind of want to choose games that I've always wanted to play or I've never got to play and I know are good, or just something brand new like this Let's Play I just did. Now I wanted to talk about what games I had in mind. I was thinking of playing either Chrono Trigger, which is pretty much an RPG that was on the Super Nintendo. People say it's the best RPG of all time, so that's always caught my eye. But not only that, the artist of that game is Akira Toriyama, which is the artist of Dragon Ball, which is one of my favorite series. So I've always wanted to see the different creations he's done. You can see by just the cover his signature art. So yeah, I've always wanted to check it out. Another game I was thinking was Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door. That was on the Nintendo GameCube. I've owned this game for a while. I never really got to play it because I got it around the end of the Nintendo GameCube's lifespan. I really played the original Paper Mario on Nintendo 64 a million times. I've beat that game so many times, and I started Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door and I loved it. There is nothing wrong with it, but I just bought it at the wrong time. I was moving on to other consoles, so this game has been on my radar. It's pretty much, I guess you can say, part 2 of Paper Mario on Nintendo 64. It's based not in the Mushroom Kingdom, but on another place. It's another RPG. As you can see, a trend here. I really like RPGs. But the game is gorgeous. The gameplay is amazing, and better yet, Paper Mario has some of the funniest and most innovative stories, I would say. The next game I was thinking was Insomniac's Spider-Man. That's coming out within a couple weeks on PS4. I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. He is my favorite superhero since I was a little kid, and this game just looks great. Insomniac makes pretty good games. Ratchet and Clank, Sunset Overdrive was really good on the Xbox. So, like when I first saw this trailer and I saw they were making it, I thought, dang, like they're gonna do a really good job on this. Like it's about time Spider-Man got the Arkham treatment that Batman got. Those games looked amazing. So I always wanted a Spider-Man game that was just good. I feel like the last good Spider-Man game was probably Spider-Man 2. Well, actually not. I would say I really like Web of Shadows, Shattered Dimensions. Shattered Dimensions was probably the last good Spider-Man game I really enjoyed. So I'm really excited for this game. Next was another game I just got on my Switch. It was on sale. Which is Hollow Knight. It's basically a Metroidvania style game, meaning it takes a lot of inspiration from old school Metroid and Castlevania games, where you like pretty much walk around a huge map, collect power-ups, use those power-ups to go to a place you couldn't access before, and there's like hidden stuff everywhere, there's bosses. It's like very action oriented. The game is very dark. I heard it's really long, at least like a 30-hour game, which is a really long time for a Metroidvania style game, which kind of excites me in a way. I believe Super Metroid is one of the best games ever made. It holds up to this day. I've played it so many times I could start a new game right now, beat it within like a day, and still be content with what I just did. So Hollow Knight, I heard it's a really good game in general, and I saw it on sale on the Switch, so I decided to pick it up. That's definitely a Switch worthy game that you can play on the go. So just because I didn't choose one of these games now doesn't mean that I'm not going to play it. I'm not going to do a let's play on it. But my final decision has to be Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door. I'm just really excited to finally dive into this game and take you guys on that adventure, just in case you guys never played it, or even if you guys never even heard of it. Paper Mario is like a really good series, and I can't wait to show you guys. I really wanted to play Spider-Man and show you guys me playing it, but I don't have the proper capture card to record for that, and I would want it in the best quality ever, because I have a capture card, but it just doesn't meet my standards. I'd want to see it at the highest setting I can possibly show you guys. So maybe I'll do a let's play after Paper Mario once I get my hands like on a better capture card. Also, another update, I should finally be getting my new microphone in by Friday, which would be just in time for when I start the Paper Mario Let's Play. So you guys should be hearing a lot better audio when it comes to me talking. And I will for sure make sure this doesn't happen where I don't record in-game audio. But this was a learning experience. I feel like this whole Let's Play on We Happy Few was just me learning how to use all these programs, maybe how to do a Let's Play, taking advice from you guys, what I should change, what I shouldn't. But so far, I've been having a good time doing this, and even seeing my YouTube analytics, it's kind of like I never expected this many views. It's not a lot, but it's more than I expected. So if you guys have been supporting me, I thank you guys, and for sure I'm gonna keep making content. I'm gonna keep trying to make it the best I can. And if you guys ever have any feedback for me, just go ahead, leave it in the comments. Or if you don't want to leave it in the comments, just hit me up on one of my social medias. That's my end of the videos. But yeah, just wanted to take this time to talk to you guys and just tell you guys what's up. what's going on, the future. But for now, let's go back to see the finale. I'm gonna kind of talk over it because again, no in-game audio. I'm gonna kind of just explain what's going on in the scene and my initial reaction when I saw it. And for sure you'll hear more about it in my review once I post that up. But thanks for listening. Let's go back to the game. Okay, so some backstory on what happened. I pretty much found my way into the area that I was supposed to go to get to the train station, where that's the last time I saw Percy. The only way through there is to go underground, where it's pretty much quarantined, and in the quarantine place you weren't allowed to get in there, so I had to like pretty much finesse my way in there by like shutting down the quarantine zones and like sneaking through the city. And eventually I shut down the quarantine zones. I end up inside the quarantine zone, and I find the entrance to the train station. I go in there and I find out that it's pretty much destroyed from what I last knew, so I have to get past it to leave the city. So I go underground, and underground you see pretty much people working there with like all the pollution. You have to wear a gas mask. It's just like a huge factory underground. So pretty much I go down there, I find my way to like the central main system, and I sneak my way through the workers down there. I decide to pretty much blow it up. I find the button, I blow it up. I'm leaving town, but I don't want it to see it go down. So I blow it up, and I have to escape. I have to run out of there before the whole place collapses. I finally get through it. There's like a little cut into another railroad. Pretty much this was a whole railroad system under, and I get stuck on in this area that pretty much blows up on me. I knock out. I don't know what's going on. I really thought the game was gonna end here. I thought I was gonna die. Got a short loading screen, and I wake up pretty much to find out that I got blown up outside of the facility. And this is pretty much the bridge from Wellington Wells into society that leads to who knows where. Germany maybe. It's pretty much like the border, I would say. The border, and once you get out, you're pretty much away from all this like joy stuff, all like the government ruling this. And pretty much at this point, Arthur just wants to get out, maybe find his brother. He feels like he's gonna find his brother after so long. I kind of just like soak in everything, what it looks like, and I open the door and I like see this man. You kind of look at him and you see that he looks kind of familiar. He talks to you and he asks for your ID, and then he's like, oh, like, okay, step this way. He doesn't really question you. And in Arthur's head, he like looks at this guy with the mask, and he kind of looks at him and he says, why do you look so familiar? And the guy was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And Arthur's like, you look familiar to me, like where do I know you from? He takes his mask off. He's like, oh, it's itchy. And he looks at you, and then pretty much Arthur remembers where he sees him from. And he like pretty much flashes back to this man staring at him. Pretty much this was the moment where you see all the flashbacks and you see Percy in the background. He's like pretty much screaming for help, and you find out the truth behind it. Pretty much Arthur had both his and Percy's IDs, and Percy is the younger brother, and he wasn't supposed to get sent to Germany. But what Arthur did was when this guy asked him for his ID, he said his name was Percival, and he gave him Percy's ID, pretty much saying, I'm too young for this, I kind of just came here for my brother Arthur, which in reality is Percy, and pretty much Percy gets sent to Germany as Arthur, because Arthur was too scared to leave, so he pretty much makes his brother go, and you hear Percy in the background just screaming, saying he doesn't want to go, like, I'm not even old enough for this, and then Arthur's just there pretty much playing it off as Percy, saying that he's him, and he's kind of just like, oh, like I shouldn't be here anyway, maybe I should leave. And then this guy, he's like, oh well, let me, I'll take you back, like here's a card. Pretty much Arthur plays it off, pretty much sends his brother to Germany, and while he stays back, and he's pretty much had regret his whole life because he hasn't seen his brother till that day, and he gets that flashback. And in some of the parts you see him getting this flashback, and he kind of is like, I don't know what to do now, like should I just go out there, like do you think I'll find my brother, do you think he'll forgive me? And this man is just pretty much like, does it really matter, like you're gonna go out there, your brother's probably dead, maybe you'll find him. Arthur's just like, so what should I do? Should I go back to Wellington Wells? And the man's just like, no, like just go, build a new life. He doesn't really like question him, he doesn't really stop him. And then Arthur asks him, like, do you think my brother will forgive me? And then the guy says pretty much, I don't think so, but why does that matter at this point? You did what you did, like you might as well just go, get out of here, see what happens, find Germany, maybe you'll find him. They kind of just stare at each other. Yeah, this is where he's telling him just to go. So Arthur's like, yeah, screw it, like let me go. Let me take my mask off first, because he was wearing his mask the whole time, and then you finally get a face reveal. This is the man I've been playing with for the last 11 episodes. Kind of just like pulls back, and pretty much, yeah, this is the ending. This is how Arthur's story ends. I'll talk about it more in my review, definitely, indefinitely, but yeah, after this, right after this, you jump straight into Act 2, which is Sally's story. You play as Sally. I did the first couple minutes of it. I think I had enough of this game to know whether if I like it or not. So I think Arthur's story was enough. Be sure to look out for my review. Come in within a couple days, probably before Friday for sure. But yeah, thanks for coming on this journey with me.